This is the SURG upper on the MCX lower. So let's talk about what this thing is. Up top, we do have a 7.3-inch suppressor with a steel cage around it. You have an 11.5-inch barrel. Out of the box, the SURG upper, because the SURG is, remember, it's not the whole rifle. It is literally just the upper, the bolt carrier group, the upper, and the suppressor, and it did come with the stock. That itself was incredibly heavy. When this gun is butt naked, it still weighs a lot. This is probably one of the heaviest AR-15s that I own by probably 2 or 3 pounds. I'm not joking when I say that. The reason is not because of this. I know, Reese, you thought it was because of this.
I don't know why.
This is not the reason. This is a pretty light rail. This one is a little bit thicker and beefier. They do that so they can put a heat shield in there, but even with the heat shield, that's still like aluminum or something. That's not very heavy. The reason why this thing is so heavy is because of this. You have a very heavy can on here, and you have like a steel can cage that's going around it. There's also a huge bolt. It's like a steel bolt on there, a direct thread suppressor, which just makes this whole thing a lot heavier in my opinion. Very kind of top heavy. Obviously we have a Troy Industries broomstick handle right there. We have a flashlight, Surefire, and a red dot, a 1x6, Sig Sauer NATO optic, drum magazine. I mean, we can shed a lot of weight by taking off some of this. They actually call this the low profile, which they should have called it the regular profile because this is the same width or same profile as a normal Sig Sauer spear or MCX upper. This is the same size. It's pretty comfortable in your hand, but there's no way to get a heat shield in there. In order to win out the military contract, they had to do 2 things. They had to install the heat shield and put a burn cage around it. So after you're taking your shots, boom, 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 you don't accidentally touch it on your pants and burn yourself that way, or touch it with your gloves, that kind of stuff. Does it work? I don't think so. I love Sig Sauer. I love the company. I don't know if it works that well. It gets incredibly hot still. I get that it cools off faster because you have airflow coming into this thing now, but it's still incredibly hot. I would much rather put a burn-proof gear sleeve over the suppressor than put this cage. It does look cool. Yeah, it looks cool for sure. I think some people think the gun is fake because it looks like an AR-15. It's like an airsoft gun or something now with kind of how that is. Overall, I love how it looks. I love how it feels when you're shooting it. I don't love how heavy it is. Reese, you come here, dude. Reese goes to the gym. I don't. He's a pretty big dude. He's got some shoulders. He's got some show him, dude. Show him right here. He's got some muscle. Hold this thing up, dude. Like, you got to be a big dude to hold this thing. Much respect to the Army guys out there doing this stuff. I'm here for fun. It's tough. This will not save you too much weight. Reese has not shot a gun for at least 6 months. He was out doing some door-to-door sales for one of my companies. He's back now, and he shot a gun for the first time today, and it happened to be the SURG. So I want to give the SURG to him, and with very limited experience shooting guns, no military experience, right?
No.
Haven't shot a gun for 6 months. Explain to them as an average Joe the pros and cons of this gun, okay?
Okay.
I want to step out, you do your thing, dude.
The only thing that I don't like about this gun is that it's heavy, and I feel like I'm relatively strong, and this is still pretty heavy. What I do like about it is that it's really smooth and I can shoot it really fast and there's no blowback. Like, I can get rounds off very quick while still looking through the optic, and it doesn't punch my shoulder at all. Like, I can maneuver it very, very well. Like, the mobility with it is very, very good for how heavy it is.
It is super heavy. A lot of people, they don't like shooting an SBR or a short-barreled rifle because the barrel being cut, you lose accuracy and you lose velocity. Well, today we're going to test that. So you have a suppressed upper receiver group. That is what SURG stands for. Specifically, with this bolt, it is meant to run full auto and meant to run super hot. It is an upgraded bolt with an upgraded part, springs, everything to run full auto and to run suppressed. Now, this is not full auto today. This is semi-automatic. I don't have my license to have full auto, but you can shoot a lot of rounds downrange super fast and not worry about too much excessive heat or getting burnt up inside. It comes with the stock. This stock you can buy by itself from Sig Sauer. It has a 3 or 4 stage position back here. It is collapsible or foldable. Sorry, it can fold to the side. See, No. Oh yeah, it was a little bit stuck earlier. We've shot it quite a bit and seems to be working pretty well now. Well, I say that until that happens. Got that back out. So the stock does collapse really easily. I think you just have like, is it just 3 positions maybe? 3 positions, that's it. All the way out, kind of like a half breech one, and then all the way in. Not a lot, but I do like this stock over the normal Spear stock. I like it, but I like this one being a little bit adjustable, a little bit more space for your shoulder to shoulder that thing and put your cheek on it. Better design in my opinion. Let's talk accuracy. I know there's this myth, rumor, I don't know, bandwagon of people who say that 11.5 inch barrel is not accurate. And I kind of believe that for the most part. I just agreed naturally. It makes sense, right? We shot this thing today. Let me show you 1x6 optic at 65, 70 yards. I was super impressed with that, okay? So then we pushed it all the way back out to 100, maybe 110 yards. And let me show you that grouping. Okay, this was the first grouping. That's 2 right in there, and 3, 4, 5. I'm really impressed out of an 11.5 inch AR-15 at 100 yards. That did it for me. I'm sold. Out of a 6 times magnification. These first 5 shots were at 65, 70 yards. Very impressed by this. That to me, this is way better than what I expect out of a semi-automatic AR-15. This is the next 5 yards, or sorry, the next 5 shot group I took, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at 100, 110 yards. I was super impressed with this. I felt like I pulled one, maybe it's this top one, but even that is still one MOA. Reese, who hasn't shot a gun for 6 months, hasn't shot a guns a lot. He was shooting at 100 yards. Not bad. He literally is an average shooter doing average things with his life. And today he shot an average group.
Average things with my life.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that this upper is accurate. It works super well, better than my ability. Next question a lot of people have is with a 11.5 inch barrel, how much velocity do you lose? Because the 5.56 round is a very small bullet traveling super fast. That's why they like it, because of the speed. It adds power or a hit or a punch when you shoot somebody with it. And we don't shoot good guys, we only shoot bad people who break into your house. What we did was we tested it with the chronograph to see, and we were shooting unlimited ammo, 223 Remington, 62 grain FMJs. The average velocity that they say with their ammo out of their guns, I'm going to assume out of a 16 inch barrel, is 2,950 feet per second. I was thinking, hey, this thing may only go 22, 2,300 feet per second. That was kind of my expectation being a shorter barrel. Even with the suppressor on it, I was thinking we're gonna lose a lot of velocity. We actually got 2622, 2609, 2621. Have a short setup like that so I can throw my can and not have a super long broomstick, you know, sticking out all the way out there. That's a really fair trade-off. 10% less velocity for a lot shorter barrel by 5-6 inches. I would take that all day long. So was it accurate? Yes. The only downfall is the price. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys see yourselves buying this for $4,000, or would you rather pay rent?